Won't be before you long. Trying to hit the range. But just my take on the roast. I didn't watch the whole thing. I saw the Kill Tony, the gay white dude. I see the backlash from black folks, which is the same backlash we saw at the Kevin Hart roast of Tom Brady. That too was also racialized, and black folks was calling it a buck breaking ceremony and all other type of stuff, even though it was a Tom Brady's roast. But I've conceded to this point that black folks should just stop watching roast. Like too emotional, too um soft. We can dish it, but we can't take it. Now, of course, what Kill Tony said was fucked up. George Floyd jokes is pointless and dumb. And just like the joke that everybody was offended by on the Kevin Hart roast of Tom Brady, I forgot which one that was that everybody was pissed off about. But same thing. He messed up the joke. Like he stuttered and said something weird and it threw off the flow. It's like he was killing it for the first 5 jokes. This is his last joke. He kind of bombed. And yes, if you're there in the audience, you don't have to laugh. You could boo. You could boo. Like you could boo. Instead of looking fake offended and gasping, you could be like, "Oh, that's fucked up," whatever. Like that's part of the show. You can heckle, whatever. But I think that black folks just gotta stop watching roast. You see, Umar did a whole dissertation on every joke. You saw Chelsea Handler now made it about herself, just like same thing Sarah Silverman did on. I think I don't know who roast was that. Was it Pete Davis's roast or was it? Nah, that was back in the day. It was some white comedian's roast, and she got offended because they had some good jokes about her being childless and not married at 40, and she's like 50 and she's still childless and not married. But she went on to go cry about that shit later. Now Chelsea Handler is crying about the jokes that were said about her being a whore and whatnot. But I think Shane Gillis, though, from what I saw, because I didn't see the whole thing, grandfather didn't pay his Netflix bill, and I'm not, paying for Netflix. But I saw his jokes about her being a Zionist and killing babies and all that. I thought that was clever and funny, or what have you. She also went to a Jeffrey Epstein dinner. She goes on Dion Cole's podcast and they're just racist MAGAs and they're lazy and they're not funny and blah 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 and all that to be said. They're roasts. To me, a good comedian will make you laugh, will make you think, and they'll piss you off. You should be pissed off by some of the jokes. Some of the jokes are going to be offensive. Some of the jokes, if your family going through something, why does chicken want to fucking mess with me now? All the stuff you going through, like if a family member going through something, got an ailment or disease, of course it's not funny because you're really dealing with it and you know what that's about. So you're not gonna laugh at that joke. I remember when I went to see Chris Rock, I think it was doing Bigger and Blacker, and there's a white guy sitting in front of me, and like seats are kind of off tilter, so you can like see. Well, I'm 6'4", so I can like see over the seat, and I can see every time Chris Rock said "cracker ass cracker," the white boy in a dark ass theater his face was turning red. Like he was getting pissed off. His girl had to squeeze his hand and like pat it. She's laughing at everything, but this white dude was literally getting mad every time Chris said "cracker ass cracker." Didn't laughed his ass off when he was saying "nigga" and did the nigga versus blacks jokes, but he was pissed off. He was offended by "cracker ass cracker." Maybe as he should. I don't really care, but that's the point that I was trying to make. A good comedian is going to make you laugh. They're going to piss you off, and they're going to make you think. Now, roasts are the purge for comedians. Literally, the whole point of a roast is to be self-deprecating and say the most fucked up things, but attempt to be funny saying it. Now, again, if a joke is not funny, you fail. And that's the argument. Well, if it's funny, no matter how messed up it is, if it's funny, you can't get away with it. But if it's not funny, then you don't. And again, you don't have to like something that's disrespectful or messed up if you think it is. Some jokes are low-hanging fruit, whatever, what have you. But moral of the story is Negroes are too emotional for roast. But we have no problem listening to King Von smoking on Tuka and them and speaking on killing real people. Speaking on real dead folks. Like we would twerk and dance and two-step to the most fucked up rap lyrics in the world, which is the same artful expression that is also illustrated in comedy and in movie and film. But in comedy, again, that's fine. We can dance and sing to bitches and hoes and killing each other. And that's not an issue. Even though real people do die, we get mad when these dumbass YNs get arrested or have to go to court because they confessed to crimes on their damn records. We don't like that, but they do it all the time. Yeah, that's my thoughts. I just think that black folks should just stop. Black liberals, black people in general, shouldn't watch roast because they just can't deal with it. We can watch it on television and film. We can listen to it and dance to vulgar, messed up shit. We can read a Zane book and not be disgusted by the fucked up, over the top, nasty ass, freaky shit she write about. But comedy's just too far, making fun of dead folks and things of that nature. Yes, I think the joke was fucked up. I think he bombed on that joke because he stuttered and said something because he knew he was about to say some fucked up shit. But, and still, we don't cancel the whole concept because of one joke. I just think that's corny. Do I think, again, I didn't see it, so I don't know how great the white people jokes were, how good the cracker jokes were. To me, that would be my response. If I'm a good comedian and I know this is going to be controversial, and I know this is going to be an issue, I'm going to go hard on that situation. I'm going to make all the white racist pedophile jokes, and I can, all the Epstein jokes and all the kid touching white men jokes and white women fucking a student jokes that I can think of. The Charlie Kirk joke was not off limits. It was perfect for that situation. No one's crying about that. You don't even see Erica Kirk. She mad that Drewski did a skit about her, but she ain't complaining about the jokes about her dead husband. That being said, that's my video. I'm tired of hearing black folks think piece comedy shows and like Umar really Draymond Green's an alpha male. No, he's not. Draymond Green's a pussy and he's a bully. He don't do that to nobody that will whoop his ass back or can at least challenge him on the same level as he is. He only do to people he know he could do that to. That's not alpha male. But they came at black women and you didn't do nothing about it. It's a fucking roast. In the words of Judge DeBiller, don't chip out like him right now, chipping out when the judge said 1.5 milli for the belly. He chimped out in that courtroom. He gasped. He gasped. But yeah, people like no, it just really showing me that we are hypocritical when it comes to these things. We are the group of people that come from we Jones on each other. We make fun of each other. That's part of our culture. That's part of what we don't like being around our family that or the only kid or like even my dad's side of the family. Them Negroes do not like joking and making fun of each other. They take that shit to heart and they will stop talking to you because they just not used to it. They're too sensitive over there. I've had a couple times my cousins and I didn't talk for years because I made a joke about her shoes or something like that, and she just took it personal. I'm like, damn, right? Yeah, jokes hurt. They're offensive. They're fucked up. They're meant to be. But if you participate in a roast, that's what happens. You're gonna hear some shit you don't want to hear. You're gonna hear some stuff about somebody you love or admire, respect, getting made fun of. It is what it is, man. I don't know. I'm done with seeing black folks cry about roasts like we don't know what the fuck they are.